stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Ducks headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Swings it out to the flat. Breaks into the open. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, they're going to try to get this guy the football as many ways as they can. You're going to see it, obviously, in the running game, but here doing a nice job in the pass game, too. Leaking him out of the backfield, working the right side of the field. That's a nice game by the offense.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because
picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Dante Moore. Fires to the middle. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Here's Moore to throw. The short hands, it's Bear. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Ducks want to crank the tempo. Off the RPO, complete. A big third down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range.
I tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long.
Booster, booster! Go!
4th down, Moore. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense
snags it, and he's open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver.
Right down the boulevard. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Running inside, it's Hill. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. They want to get this defense on its heels. Moore, play action. Pressure coming. On the move, he fires. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the grab on the big throw. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Moore. He's got the tight end. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
Well, this running back can beat you with a lot of tools. He's got speed, he can shake you, he can spin away, and now he shows you the stiff arm. That was lethal before walking into the end zone.
Tight end now in motion. He's got it in the end zone for the 2, and they'll take an 8-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Stockton. Got his man on the right.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator, giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Rolling, throwing, looking right. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a...
Makes a grab and room to run. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
That's that's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Throwing more. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that's just a simple blitz by the middle linebacker, and he's able to win up front. He sees the gap. He's able to beat his block and get to the QB.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. And they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Dante Moore. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Dogs! And they turn it into a defensive score.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean,
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
man, that is a big negative play for this.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it down the field. He is in. Touchdown. Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. Plows through the defense. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Frazier. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here at Autzen. To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all fourth downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter fourth down.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Bunch formation for these receivers. Dropping back, it's Stockton. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On the run, deep down the right side. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket, and good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody.
Time to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On fourth down, looking to pass. Throws to the back. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
The RPO, it's complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
Go, go!
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Booster, booster! Rock, rock, rock!
In the gun on third down, Moore. And that one's incomplete.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long.
Western, Western! Go, go!
Moore to throw for it on 4th down. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on 4th down. Just about 30 seconds to go, and you want to score, but the last thing you need to do is give up a cheapie. To the air, it's Stockton. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. after the incompletion, back to the passing game. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Fires to the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Now facing a third and long. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. Fourth down, more. Throws to the tight end. At midfield, he's got room. He's got enough for the first down, and they... the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
On the move, it's Hill. Could be an alley. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. And the Ducks will try to punch it in on first and goal. Here's Moore to throw. He's going for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
The run inside. It's Davison. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Ducks will hustle to the line. The corners are walked up tight.
692, love check. Right, right. Hey, move. Slide. Go.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill...
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. They'll move the tight end.
Let it go.
He's got his man. And they'll get the ball back, stopping him short of the first down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal for the offense. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Keeps it on the option. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. Wide receiver comes in motion. More to throw for it on 4th down. Got him outside. The throw and the catch were good. The run was not good enough. The defense stands tall and makes a stop. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. He's got him. He's loose at the 15. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Listen, as an offense, you'll flip the field any way you can. Backed up in their own end. It's the first play of the drive. We're just trying to get a completion, get the drive started, get into a rhythm. But what a great individual effort there by the receiver that time. Once he had it, he turned it upfield, put on the jets, and all of a sudden now they are in great field position.
Quarterback making adjustments. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out. If they're going to cut into this deficit, let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Running inside, it's Frazier. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
And the Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. They run the reverse. Hard running there. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back.
And you gotta love this if you're the defensive coordinator, because your defense stayed disciplined. They didn't over-pursue to the running back. They stayed home, played great with their eyes, and they were able to make the tackle.
Rolling right and going deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He turns it loose to the left. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And you just can't allow that to happen defensively. It's fourth in California. You're in a big zone defense. Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback. You can't let them pick that up. Somebody's got to make a play on the football, swat it away, get the interception, get off the field. What are we doing?
The Dogs with the 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Good timing on the quick out. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Swings it out to his running back. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
It's a good decision by the quarterback. The defense was blitzing, so he threw.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Lets it fly. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. So the 4th down call works out for them as they try to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, that play, Reese, is going to give them a lot of confidence. Here they are. They're trying to scrape and claw themselves back into this one and take the lead. They needed that play.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Frazier. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. He's looking to pass. He's got it for the 2-point conversion.
I
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that two-point conversion.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Moore. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make...
There's some room. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Last chance coming up. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
And how about the defense coming up with a big play late in this football game? Offense trying to put something together. But, man, they anticipated pass. They played with great vision in the back end, broke on the football.